Race number 1 on the card. Favourite starts the 7th set. Racing, Michelak hopped out fairly well. Tipperary Davadon and Nui Magic, and also another misser going forward early too. And they'll be followed back and behind these runners then by Tearaway, who's missed the jump today. Getting past that was Smart Dandy, although it got checked well back. MCD, Sammy Baxter. Up towards the corner they come. Nui Magic kicking along in front of another miss. Then Michelak. Nui Magic's in from another miss. Michelak, Tipperary Davadon fourth to go by. Then Tearaway. Followed across then by Sammy Baxter, MCD. And last to go by was Smart Dandy. Nui Magic for Marcy Flip. She's certainly on the improve, this greyhound. 1768. Gee whiz. Track could be running super quick. Or that's a very good time. Greyhound beaten 8 lengths in 1787 last week. 1075 to run home. Just shows you though what the inside can do when you're able to use it. 1.5 by 1 1/4 by 3.5 going on the board. Was set and racing. Stainless knocker out reasonably well, but best out here. Pistols Princess has found the lead in the outside. Jobs Right's trying to challenge it. Pushing through was Corborn Mark, and Stainless knocker obliged to go 4 wide as Pistols Princess backs out of there and checks with it to Jobs Right. Gully Crusher's got right into the race, and also sprinting home. How is Homebush Rocco? Up they come. Stainless knocker right down the outside gets up to score just from Corborn Mark, and a close up third Gully Crusher. Homebush Rocco just in behind them. Then Pistols Princess looked like she might have thrown another one away there, and further back to Jobs Right, who was checked, and Homebush Express never sighted. He's done all right to win this, because she had to go 4 wide round them here. Pistols Princess was in front. Head-on shot might give us an indication here, but when things get tight, she's out of there. Jobs Right was right beside it. Corborn Mark got the run through the inside, but Stainless knocker lined it up down centre track and is powered home. We're lined and ready for race number 3 on the card. Just about there. Racing, Corborn Gills come out pretty well, but so is another Allegro, then Downgrade King, Good Time Lady, Magic Dandy behind them. Further back in the race to Sprite on Time, and well back the last pair, Gully Yapper and Sammy McBell up front. Corborn Gills giving them a galloping lesson here as Good Time Money runs out. Downgrade King gets to second. Ooh, Good Time Money might have got third there. Just in the inside of it in the photo would have been Sprite on Time. Then another Allegro. Further back in the race we had Sammy McBell, Gully Yapper and Magic Dandy dropped out to last. 1774 here. It's been a good run. 1070 for a run home. Jumped well. So did the other favourite, another Allegro. A few stragglers here. Corborn Gill into the first bend, held out another Allegro, and then Downgrade King got through along the inside as well. Set. Racing, Allegro Chaser out midfield here. And nicely up Warringa Star, and Tanks Rob is right there on the inside. Warringa Star gets to the lead from Tanks Rob. Here's another Allegro going forward. Oh, geez, couple get checked there. Homebush Inquiry getting around the outside. Derecho Storms got checked back through the field. El Movin trying to sneak through on the inside of Davy Boy Scott. Down comes Warringa Star, wins today from Tanks Rob second, El Movin third. Fourth, not sure. Davy Boy Scott or Allegro Chase in a rough race. It was badly affected, and so too there was Derecho Storm. And well back with them too, Homebush Inquiry and Kilimanjaro. Pretty rough affair. Every time I went to mention a dog, it got checked, but meanwhile, Warringa Star, who just took a while to get past Tanks Rob, he's got a way to score. El Movin's come from last for third. Racing, Huggle Monster is away quite nicely. Little Profit goes forward early, wider on the track, Rangers Waltz and Eva's Storm. Little Profit drifts now and getting past it, getting a lovely run through was Agent Mick. Could be dangerous from there. It's run into second and Rubbed Out's trying to sneak through the inside too. Now Huggle Monster's in front by 3 and we'll see what Agent Mick's got. About 3 lengths further back then Little Profit gets going again. Then Rubbed Out on the inside. Further back in the race to Eva's Storm and Rangers Waltz. Up to the quarter they come. It's still Huggle Monster. From Agent Mick, Little Profit. Further back to Rubbed Out. Down comes Huggle Monster. Makes it 2 for the week. Agent Mick second. Little Profit third. Followed across then by Rubbed Out. The other two after a gap. Eva's Storm and Rangers Waltz finding it a bit tough. No problem. Jake Woolston Bell just down in front of me. Walking along. Pretty happy with what he's seen. 31.15. Probably about what you'd expect here. And it's what the C1s have been running largely here of late. 11.96 has been a run home here. And it's been 1, 5, 6 and 3. 2 1/4 lengths. By 2 lengths. By half a length the margins. Race number 6 set. And racing, Kerry Lane was slow today, and best out here was Do More and King Selection going hard early, well too, and Jack Rob's poking up between runners. Also Pixie Dust trying to get into it, Akanagua. Then we've got Fortis Fiona through on the inside, well back in the race to next up, and the favourite is last. Around the corner they come. It's Do More in front, charging at it, Jack Rob. Do More or Jack Rob, that's tight. King Selection is a close-up third, and Fortis Fiona just in behind them. Kerry Lane charged home with Pixie Dust. Further back, Akanagua next. You throw a picnic blanket over the lot. Is Do More held on today? Jack Rob's had a lunge. Jack Rob beaten a non-tote last time. It's tight. So Do More flew out early. Jack Rob started to hunt it down like it did in the non-tote. King Selection around the outside. Fortis Fiona back in behind them. And at the line, the 3, Jack Rob. The outside from the 4, Do More. And the 5, so it's 3, 4, 5. Then the 1. And racing. Midfield here, Taikaria Lass has come out running today with Madam Ice and wider out Mary's Bad Boy. Taikaria Lass gets squeezed back at the first bend. Bursting through to the lead would have been Corborn Josh. So Corborn Josh opens them up by about 3 or 4 here. Running second over on the outside there, we've got Mary's Bad Boy. Then Madam Ice and through on the inside to Taikaria Lass. Further back to Mrs. Punting starting to run on. Well back Mercedes Gold, Peaky Blinder not today, and Sheriff Roscoe. Corborn Josh should have a big enough lead around the corner. Trying hard is Mary's Bad Boy with Madam Ice. Corborn Josh from just Mary's Bad Boy, I think, from Madam Ice and Taikaria Lass. Further back of the race then to Peaky Blinder and Sheriff Roscoe. Mrs. Punting didn't round it off at all, really. And Mercedes Gold back last. 31.10, good enough here for Corborn Josh, who burst to the lead at the first bend and didn't come back. Did Mrs. Punting run into trouble around the corner? The 2 crossed her in the straight and she had to go back to the inside, but she was battling at the end. Corborn Josh has won. And Heart You, who was the favourite at $2.80 and was set. Racing, Heart You stepped fairly well away on the outside. Zalia and I'm a Catch have got out well too, and Big Wonders poking up in between runners. Back and behind them then to Corborn Aries around the first bend with Attaboy Zeke. Well back Scott the Best, and also She's a Humdinger. Into the back and Big Wonders found the lead here. I'm a Catch the inside, Heart You between runners, and right around the outside to Zalia. About 4 lengths away then to Corborn Aries and Attaboy Zeke, and gaps back the other 2. And they are She's a Humdinger and Scott the Best. A blanket to the corner. It's Heart You on the outside of Big Wonder. I'm a Catch the inside. Charging home is Attaboy Zeke. Heart You wins well. Attaboy Zeke just grabs second off Big Wonder. And a close-up third there was Zalia. I'm a Catch, a shade disappointing in behind them. And further back then we had Corborn Aries and Scott the Best, and She's a Humdinger. Good performance this Heart You. Certainly proved me wrong because she had some work to do in that race. She's clocked 30.91, so she's run faster. But she had to work, and work she did. Some quite nice runs in behind. Attaboy Zeke blasting home. Set to go in race number 9. Racing, Radvanska stood there. Arctic Rouge out nicely there from Sarah Campbell. Now Radvanska accelerates between runners and into the phrase going forward as well. They'd be followed then, trying to sneak a run through would have been a Buster Boy. Back behind these runners here, we've got Thrilling Evie and Wall Age. Sarah Campbell's drifted again. Down the back goes Radvanska, found the lead by about 4 on Arctic Rouge. Couple away there, Opawa Messini. Might have missed that in the initial call. Further back then to Wall Age, Thrilling Evie. It's a procession. Radvanska round the corner. Arctic Rouge is chasing hard, then Opawa Messini. Radvanska by a couple. Arctic Rouge a nice run, then Opawa Messini. Wall Age home for 4th. Next to go by was Thrilling Evie. Miles back the other 3. Buster Boy. Sarah Campbell back there with into the fray. 30.34, so despite taking a wee while to find the top, she's still run a time here on a day where the other Class 1s are running 31 plus. Or around 31. Heart U broke 31. 11.58 the run home here. We're ready to rock for the 10th. Racing, Brilliant Ava, just a fair beginning with Zulu Mercedes and Homebush Zane's coming out fast and crossed and going forward. Blue Senior and Far Too Trendy as well. Coming out in front here, Homebush Zane from Far Too Trendy. Then Blue Senior. Followed through there by B Rabbit. Brilliant Ava a wee bit closer in but can't win from there. Further back, Flying Blake down they come. Holding Homebush Zane got there. From Far Too Trendy, Blue Senior. Brilliant Ava got into 4th. They'd be followed across there by B Rabbit. Flying Blake back in behind those runners with Homebush Tiare back again with Zulu Mercedes. Homebush Zane found the lead off the 4. Double figure odds here. 17.77 the time. Run home of 10.79. Lead up then 6.98. 4, 7, 6 and 8. The numbers, so B Rabbit holding 4th ahead of Brilliant Ava, who just jumped moderately today. And we're ready to roll. Race 11, favourite Elves Girl off the 5 set. Racing, Els Girl out quickly here, quickly clears them, goes straight to the lead from Working Jill to Liberty around the outside, Corborn Sarah. A little bit closer into Homebush Dodger and War Boys, Wymack Dave and Smashed and Bro. Els Girl in front, Working Jill ranges up the outside and behind them Corborn Sarah. Els Girl holds from Corborn Sarah or Working Jill tight 2nd and 3rd. Gaps back the others headed in there by War Boys. Back with that then would have been Homebush Dodger. Wymack Dave, Ode to Liberty, Smashed and Bro. Els Girls won it. The 1's got 2nd, then the 7. Here comes the lure, and we're set race 12. Racing, Homebush Ginger out well. Cody Brea bound straight to the front though. Fast back, King goes hard early and up and around the outside here. Just You Wait's trying to push into it. Toxic Revenge through along the inside. Opawa punching through the middle and Serve Your Purpose as well. Cody Brea in front now from Serve Your Purpose out wide. Opawa up the centre, then Homebush Ginger. Cody Brea I think just lasted from Opawa Serve Your Purpose. Homebush Ginger, fast back King. Barry's Way not on the call. Further back to Toxic Revenge, Just You Wait. Title round here in about 18 seconds. See what pops up on the board before we fire away. 10 has lasted from 5. 10.93 the run home. 7 is third. 1 is fourth. 10, 5, 7 and 1. Set. Racing Arizona Sky, just a fair break. Indefinite Order came out fast. Then Arizona Sky is pushing through. Rapid Dash and Fortis Line going forward as well. They'll be followed by Abogado trying to get between runners. Right around the outside here was Casual Sipper. Well back in the race. Arizona Sky's been shuffled with Opawa J. Rapid Dash burst to the lead. Out wider Indefinite Order. Rapid Dash, Indefinite Order. Into third would have been Opawa J. And they'd be followed across by Abogado. Then Smart Cookie. Further back in the race then to Fortis Lion, Casual Sipper, and Arizona Sky, the favourite after a good beginning, comes home last. Rapid Dash posts another win for this litter by Sergio out of Stately Babe. From the hop, Indefinite Order first up for Brian Hunt. That'd be at any old money. Seri jumps today. Ready. Racing, Double Entendre slow again. Blue Moving hops out fast, and so too is Your Dreams. And up and around the outside here, Nick Sentry to drive to the lead. Double Entendre starts the burst through on the inside. Bit of Bantus back in the pack. Further back then to another Pearl and Homebush Limbo, and Johnny Angel up to the corner. Nick Sentry in front from Blue Moving. Here's Double Entendre up the centre. Oh, I don't know. Double Entendre or Nick Sentry, not much. Blue Moving's next across, followed in there by another Pearl. Behind those runners is Your Dreams. Back with that Homebush Limbo. Johnny Angel, bit of banter. Who got it? Who got it? It's not up. It's as close to a dead eat, I think, as you can get. We've had a nose decision today, to be fair, but I couldn't split it. I was going to call the 1, but Nick Sentry didn't die, and the outside dog often gets it. But Double Entendre was coming super. Racing, and Corborn Tip got out nicely there from Linny Southcombe. Marbella goes forward. Pink Shellac's fallen. Black Magic Rock was slow and is back second to last. It's Corborn Tip across the top here. Driving hard now, Opawa Lachlan coming after it. They'd be followed through then by Linny Southcombe. Getting past that was Consummate Ease. Working Pizzazz back behind them. Corborn Tip is in from Consummate Ease and Opawa Lachlan. Then Linny Southcombe. Working Pizzazz next over. Then Marbella, Black Magic Rock, and Pink Shellac thankfully back on its feet and will join them on the lure. No problems, Corborn Tip, so 1 up to Craig there. Pink Shellac fell, didn't jump well, and nor did the, look at the 7 cross. That's going to look wonderful on the head on, and the 8 just appeared to trip off the 5. The 7 just actually waited for the rest to go, then crossed to the rail. Up front, Corborn Tip doing the job nicely though. Racing, Corborn doused the stride, slow best out here. Homebush Chaos and Chinese Star goes with that. Then we've got pushing through Blazers Corporal. She's smashing. Wellywood around the outside. Bad checks here for Corborn doused. Then PJ Pringles up to the corner. Homebush Chaos is going to make it 2 back to back. Mr. Symphonic chasing hard. Homebush Chaos. Mr. Symphonic followed across by Chinese Star. Next in She Smash and gaps back Wellywood. Behind them to PJ Pringles, Blazers Corporal, Corborn Douse. They're all in trouble. And Darcy Putama and Kelly Gommans are on the board with Homebush Chaos. First win for the official partnership here. And this greyhound went 11 starts, no placings in maidens. Darcy got the greyhound, and he's had a habit of picking up dogs from other kennels and winning early with them. A lot of trouble in the race, as you could see. And we're set to race for the 17th time today. Racing, Corborn George stepped pretty well, but Mad Music did find the jump and went straight to the lead. Very slow today was Elusive Babe. Now Corborn George rails under Mad Music here. Cosmic Mora trying to push through and boot the cash around the outside. Further back in the race, the Lord de Air. Elusive Babe trying to recover further back here. Gummy Gumps, the Homebush Melbourne up the straight. Corborn George too strong for Mad Music. Into third here would have been Cosmic Warra. Next to go by was Lord de Air. Then Elusive Babe blew the start badly. Further back in the race then to Gummy Gumps to boot the cash, and Homebush Melbourne last in. Downgrades delivers Corborn George, third win today for John McInerney, and was clearly beaten from the start by Mad Music, but recovered brilliantly to rail underneath Mad Music at the first bend. And to be fair to her, she stuck to her guns, Mad Music. Racing, Opportunist, a fair break. Allegro Hero gets out nicely here. Pushing up on the outside there was Don't Muzzle Me and Corborn Legs as well. Around the outside here we've got Kapai trying to get through the inside. Lagoon Mac well back on the race here. Dark Fairy Tales and Even 7 on the bend here. Allegro Hero in front, coming hard. Lagoon Mac, Allegro Hero, Lagoon Mac, and Opportunist a close third. Next to go by then would have been Don't Muzzle Me, and Corborn Legs was just with them with Even 7. Kapai and Dark Fairy Tales. Allegro Hero, fresh up, has done the job from the hop in a 17.97 with a run home of 10.79, 2, 4, 1 and 3. Straight to the lead, Opportunist, chased hard, and then it got tight in behind with the 3, the 5. Lagoon Mac got the run through the inside and started to get interested on the corner, but the leader just had too much of a break, Allegro Hero. Lagoon Mac's run it to about a half a length in the end. 7.18 has been the lead up, maybe even a neck. Or half a length a neck they've given it. Half a length a neck, 1 1/4 length, 17.97. 7.18 lead up.